another Q&A. Our guest today is Jessica with Acacia Creek Staging. Thank you for joining us today, Jessica.
Yeah.
So I want to dive into more about you and your company, but first let's just talk about staging and just make sure we have the foundation set. Can you tell us what is home staging and why is it so important for a homeowner to consider it, particularly pertaining to preparing their home for sale?
Yeah, you kind of just hit it right there. Home staging is basically prepping your home for the real estate market. So what we do as a home staging company is we take vacant homes that are about to go on the real estate market. We furnish it, accessorize it, add artwork, and we just make it look the most beautiful that it can. We accentuate all of the selling points so that it appeals to the most buyers and hopefully gets top dollar.
All right. Yes, that is the goal. And we're going to share some photos with you guys also, some before and after, so you can see the transformation. And it is an art, and I think Jessica does an incredible job at doing just that, with maximizing the things that buyers care about most and the most important selling features of a property. So we'll show you some images there so you can see that. And so as far as packages go, is it can you sort of pick and choose what rooms, or how does that look, and what is a typical investment for staging?
Yeah, so we kind of insist on doing all the main living spaces. So entry, you want to get buyers right off the bat. Our main goal is for buyers to walk into a house and go, wow. It's really hard for buyers. A lot of people can't visualize a space. They can't tell how the flow of the house is going to work. So we tell that story for them. We make spaces make sense. We set it up so that they don't even have to guess when they walk into a house how it can look. We do all of that for them. So our basic packages are, we do a full stage, which is every single room in the house: entry, living room, dining spaces. We do accessories in the kitchens and bathrooms, laundry rooms, and then we also set up bedrooms. A lot of clients, if they want to save, they will take out spare bedrooms. So we'll just leave spare bedrooms completely empty. And then also we could leave, outdoor furniture off the list as well. And that helps save on the budget. But otherwise, it's basically a full stage, or so all rooms in the house, or a partial stage where we leave off spare bedrooms. Also maybe just a bonus room that might not be super, important to the house selling. Right. So yeah, that's kind of our two packages. We also do occupied home consultations. So that is a walkthrough. I'll come in and walk through with the real estate agent or the homeowner. We'll walk room by room, and I'll just basically advise them on what to pack up, how to declutter, maybe furniture to scoot around to open up walkways or open up spaces just to help prep their home if they're still living in it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And that's got to be super helpful because every property is different, and there's some, you need to maybe highlighting the backyard space or the patio is going to be more important than the guest bedroom, so it really is property specific. So I think that's good to know that you'll come and look at it, because it's not a one size fits all.
Yeah, that is so true. Everything is so different. So we might get houses that are, on the coast, and they have a huge deck that overlooks the ocean. So we definitely want to
$1 million.
Exactly. And so, we definitely, with those houses, will set up patio furniture, because we know that real estate agents, that's the selling point. We know they're going to bring their clients out to that space. And so we want to highlight that space and make it comfortable and show potential buyers of the entertaining space and what it can be.
Okay, love it. Yeah. So say, when homeowner proceeds and they're getting ready to get their house on the market, what are some, how should they prepare? What are some tips to get their home ready for the staging?
Yeah, so, you always want to think about first buyer impression. That first photo usually on Zillow or, real estate apps are going to be the outside of the house. So, really making sure the front of your house is as good as it can be, landscaping, paint the front door if needed, take out any yard art that might be distracted. That's always my number one tip, because you want, like I said, you want those buyers to immediately walk up to the house and go, wow. instead of like, yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely working on the outside of the house is good. And then inside, you know, a fresh paint goes a long way. It's fairly inexpensive, but it does wonders to a house. So paint, carpet cleaning is always a good idea. Those are kind of my top things. If you want to spend a little bit more money, you know, updating cabinets or flooring, but a lot of people, you know, they'll hire us to do staging instead of investing huge amounts of dollars in that, so that the staging can highlight the other aspects of the house and kind of draw away from any negative things, and just it really gives buyers the idea of what the house can be, what it's capable of, without sellers having to spend a ton of money to update all those hard fixtures.
Agreed. And that's the same. I'm on, you know, on board with that too, as far as what I recommend to my clients. Like, that's not, you know, the price of labor and materials right now to do projects is insane. So let's just have, you know, cleanliness and organization, and then having, you know, you want buyers to be able to visualize themselves there, but they also want to feel like the home's been taken care of, and doing those, you know, very minor cosmetic updates is a difference maker. You do not need a $60,000 kitchen update. Like, you know, just stick to the basics, and those, you know, big picture wise is really what's going to help, you know, help you get top dollar, and with a very relatively small investment on part of the homeowners.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Staging, one thing I always tell real estate agents and clients is that the investment in staging is always going to be more efficient and less expensive than your first price drop. Cheapest price drop you're probably going to do is at least $10,000. That's like the smallest amount. Staging is not going to even cost you that much. So to be able to spend like the investment on staging to get it sold faster and hopefully for over asking price is just such a better way to go than having to let it sit on the market 100%. And then price drop it, and immediately that makes potential buyers think, okay, what's wrong with the house? Why isn't it selling? So I've been in staging I've had my business for 14 years now, and I've stuck with it this long because I can definitely 100% see the benefit it has to selling a house on the market.
Huge. So let's roll into that as far as like you and your business. And so you said you've been in business for 14 years. What made you want to start a home staging company? Is it just you? Is it a family business? Tell us about you guys.
Yeah, so I'll start at the beginning. As a kid, I have always loved interior design. I was the kid that, you know, painted my room probably 15 times, always got new decorations, you know, begged my mom to switch out bedding and, you know, do all kinds of fun stuff. And then my mom actually owned a retail business in San Luis Obispo for 25 years. So I grew up in her store. I ended up, you know, becoming a manager there and doing all her displays. And so that's kind of, it's been in my blood basically to do decorating and interior design. And so after high school, I went to college and did some interior design programs thinking I was going to go into interior design. And I shadowed a few interior designers, and at that point I was kind of like, I don't know if this is for me, if I can like work with clients that change their mind all the time. And so I actually started working in a real estate office and deciding whether I wanted to get my real estate license. And while I was doing that, you know, I would do just like a few accessories in the kitchens and do a few things just to kind of help make the house look better. And that kind of turned into other real estate agents asking, you know, the broker who their stager was. And so I got my first job by kind of that situation, and I borrowed stuff, I bought stuff, we like made our own floral arrangements. And, you know, after that house sold, we're like, okay, now we have all this stuff, so let's do another one and another one. And 14 years later, we're here. And we very much organically grew over the years.
Love that.
You know, I'm a yes person, so I never turned down a job. And if I had to go buy an entire house worth of furniture, you know, I made it happen because I loved what I was doing and I didn't want to say no and turn down a job. So it definitely grew over the years. We have 8 employees right now. We have our own moving team, and I have some project managers that work under me that are great designers. And yeah, so it's definitely grown over the years. I actually started it with my mom because she, when her store closed, because the building had to be retrofitted, we kind of went into it together and grew it over the years. And then she kind of, went off into retirement. And so I took over at that point. My kids were older and in school, and I had more time. So I took it over and just kind of rebranded, and it took off from there. So
That's wonderful. Congratulations on your success. I know you've been a pleasure to work with on my end, and I look forward to more staging adventures with you. So if people want to, I know you have a great website, so is that the best place for people to go to just start the process, reach out to you, book a consultation?
Yeah, our website is a great place to go, kind of learn all about our company. We do have a spot at the end where you can send in information on a listing or a home you have coming up for the real estate market. It kind of just goes over how many rooms, square footage, location, and then at that point I can give an estimated bid and we can go from there. My Instagram, I would say, is probably the most up to date with like current pictures, behind the scenes videos. So website is acaciacreekhomestaging.com. Instagram is Acacia Creek Home Staging. So yeah, I think that's probably the best place to find us.
Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us today and sharing about you and your business. I appreciate it, and like I said, you're wonderful to work with, and I look forward to doing more business with you in the future. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Bye.
See you guys on the next one.